Steve Harms here. Thanks for checking out this video. Today I just wanted to go over some of my favorite repeating licks that I use for when I'm playing country guitar. These are licks that I can transpose into any key fairly easily, so I can use them regardless of what key the song is in. Repeating licks are a pretty common theme regardless of what style of music you're listening to. You'll hear them a lot of times in rock solos, you'll hear them in jazz solos and blues solos, obviously in country solos. And it kind of helps the improviser think about what they're going to do next. It gives them some time to just play the same thing over and over and over again while they maybe collect their thoughts. There's 4 licks we're going to cover today. They are fairly advanced once you play them up to speed, but we're going to slow them down a little bit and really dive into them. And yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, so this first lick I'm going to be showing you, I'm showing you in the key of A. This backing track that I was playing over just goes from our A chord to the D. So just kind of like a 1 to 4 repeating back and forth. But so I'm going to show you in the key of A, and like I said, all of these licks we can easily transpose to any key. So this first one, I'm just playing right out of the A major bar chord shape. And I'm focusing just on our highest 4 strings here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with picking our A note here on our D string. So I'm on the 7th fret here. And then I'm walking up chromatically from our 5th fret to our 8th fret on the G string. And then once I hit that 8th fret, I'm going to double stop pick. So I'm using both my fingers to pick the 2 highest strings, both on the 5th fret. So putting it all together, it sounds like this. And the thing I like about this lick is it's easy for me to think about where to play it, right? If we're in the key of G, I just go to my G. I'm thinking, right, I'm soloing or whatever, and I go, okay, my G major bar chord's right here. I just go. Right, or we're in the key of C. So this second lick I stole from Daniel Donato. He's kind of the master when it comes to playing these repetitive licks super fast. I play this one when the backing track goes to that D chord. I start doing it, and this is a dominant lick that I'll show you in D, and then once again we can transpose to any key. But I'm starting, if we think about our A shape, just for a regular D chord, I'm going to put my pointer finger there on the 7th fret and cover that A shape of that D chord. So I'm fretting all 3 strings, my D string, my G string, and my B string here. And then if we get our pinky up to the 10th fret here on the D string, that's the dominant 7th of a D. So I'm double stop picking with my fingers the G and the B string on that 7th fret, and then I'm picking the 10th fret that I'm fretting with my pinky, and then I'm pulling off and hammering back on from 10 to 7 back up to 10, and then in between each one I do a double stop and a pick. So super slowly it sounds like this. So once again, this lick is very easy to move regardless of what key we're playing. Say we're soloing in the key of E, right? We just find that A shape for our E chord, starting up here on the 7th fret, and then we're going to bar the 9th fret with our pointer finger. Or in the case of the backing track that I played over, right, I started that lick when the song went to the D chord, like we just talked about, but then when it goes back to A, I just slid up. Right, so another repetitive lick, very easy to transpose regardless what key we're playing in. So that's lick 2, let's go to lick 3. So this third repeating lick I stole from Danny Gatton, which I should mention, I don't think I did. The first lick that I was showing that had that chromaticism that walks up is also a lick that I stole from Danny Gatton. I'm pretty sure he got that from some of his mini jazz influences. So for this lick, I have my pinky barring the two highest strings on the 10th fret, which if we think about it is really just out of our major shape for that D major chord. So my pinky's barring those two highest, and then my pointer finger is going to be barring on the 7th fret, making up our triad right there. And I'm also barring the 4 highest strings. So I'm gonna chicken pick or hybrid pick with my fingers the 2 notes that my pinky's barring, and then I'm using my pick to downstroke the 2 highest strings that is being barred by my pointer finger. So I'm doing that, and then after I pick, I'm immediately hammering on and pulling off with my pinky on that 10th fret again. So it sounds something like that. And then after I hammer and pull off, I'm just using my pick to pick the root that our pointer finger is playing on this 7th fret here. So if we play it faster, and once again we can transpose this anywhere we'd like. If we want to play an E, so that's lick 3. Let's go to the final lick, lick 4. All right, fourth and final lick. This one, I'm not sure where I got. I just kind of developed it over the years of playing. But this one's just out of a minor pentatonic shape. So we'll go back to our A shape here. So we're in our 5th fret position for this minor pentatonic. I'm going to start with my ring finger on the 7th fret here of our D string, and I'm just sliding down to the 6th, then back up. And then I'm using that same ring finger to bar, and I'm using my 2 fingers again to hybrid pick the G and the B string, and then I'm doing that slide again. And then now I'm just using my pointer finger to bar on the 5th fret. And I'm plucking those 2 strings. And we can keep that going. Once again, very easy to transpose. Just figure out which minor pentatonic shape you're playing in. Go up to a B. So those are the 4 licks. I purposely did not include the tabs just because I didn't want these to be cemented to just like a specific spot on the neck. I want you to just be able to take the shapes and the patterns that I'm doing and move them all up and down the neck, regardless of what key you're playing, so you can make it fit the song. So hopefully you're able to use these, slow them down. Some of them especially, I've spent months and months getting these to play them up to speed. So don't get frustrated if at first you kind of feel like you're tripping over your fingers. Just start slow and just gradually build up, and then throw them into your solos. Happy picking.